Hey guys, so I just wanted to come on here real quick and show you this new item that I'm putting in my Etsy shop. It is a card packet. I've got quite a few different card decks, and so I've kind of put together a big variety pack. And actually there's more than this. These are just the more adult cards. I have a bunch of kids cards too, and I'll be making up a packet of those as well. But these are the more adult games and card decks. So I'll just go through and show you what I've got. It's kind of half and half vintage and contemporary. I haven't counted to see exactly, but I did make two piles here so you can kind of see. This is all the vintage stuff and this is the contemporary. And there's a couple things I'm like, I'm not sure which category it goes in, but let me just go through it with you. So I've got a bunch of just regular playing cards. This is one that is vintage, but it was unused. I bought it from a vintage store. It was still in its original packaging, so unused. But it's this cute little kid in overalls with a patchwork quilt background. Then we've got some souvenir cards. These are of Butch Art Gardens in Victoria, Canada. They are used. You can see they're a little bit yellowing on the card face, but they've got this really nice scenic background. So those two, and then we've got these two, which are definitely vintage and used. A little bit of yellowing there. They kind of remind me of the illustrator Jane Worcester Scott. It's kind of this vintage scene. This one is of baling hay in a barn. This one is like a main street in an old town with a dairy wagon and a fire wagon and a general store. And actually I just wanted to show you as I go some of the things, some of the clusters that I have made with some of these cards. Like here's the patchwork card. I made that cluster. Okay, let's show you some more first. Then we've got this one, which is a regular playing card deck, but it's also got these gorgeous scenes of architecture, really pretty architecture in Poland. I think they're all in Poland. And so, you know, both sides are really nice, usable scenes. And, you know, you can use these either as ephemera in themselves, just stick them in a pocket in your journal, or you can use them, like I said, to make other things like clusters, like this one I made from one of those Poland cards. And it's also got one of these little ones. This is from a vintage game called the Name Game, and it's got names of celebrities and famous people on the back. But you know, it's these nice different colors you can use as accents in making some other decoration like I did here. So we'll put those there. There's 3 of those. These are from a trivia game called Isaac Asimov's Super Quiz. They are vintage. They're mostly unused. They really don't have any wear on them, but they've got 6 categories, which I think is the same as the original Trivial Pursuit game. So this is kind of a rip-off of that. But they are fun, you know, little pieces of ephemera. They've got questions on both sides, so they're double-sided, and the answers are on the bottom. So the categories are words, sports, geography, science, movies, and history. Okay, what else? I've got These are from a vintage game called Pass Out. It's a drinking game. Like the back of this one says, advance to all take 3 drinks. And then the other deck in that same game is the Pink Elephant deck, and each one of these has a different tongue twister on the back. So I guess the idea is it's hard to say a tongue twister when you're a little tipsy. So that was interesting. This is a Tangos card from the game with the little blocks of different shapes, and it is double-sided as well. It's got the answer on the bottom on the opposite side. So that was interesting. Yeah, so I'm kind of going through all the vintage ones first here. This is 6 decks of cards from a MASH trivia game. Remember MASH, the comedy about the Korean War? Seems kind of funny to say now, but I do remember it. I do remember watching this with my family all the time. So they've got different categories: mishmash, which is like miscellaneous, mash quotes. Here, I'll give you a question. Who said, "I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm staying in Korea"? And the answer was Klinger. Then we've got love and war, personnel files, early episodes, and closing seasons. So those are really fun. They are definitely vintage. They don't have much wear on them at all. Some of the decks were still in the original packaging, so they're mostly unused. Okay, let's go over here. This I just bought at the fair when I was at the state fair here in Minnesota. These are really cool illustrations from a Minnesota artist named Adam Turman. I thought they were really fun, kind of souvenirs of the Midwest. This one says hot dish from the Midwest with love, and it is a regular deck on the back. And this one says, yeah, sure, you betcha. Let's have lefse. And she's holding some lefse. Again, a regular deck. Okay. Then we've got a couple more souvenir cards. This one has a covered bridge. This one has a windmill. Those, I think they are contemporary. They look contemporary. This one is like an illustration of a garden path, but it's got really nice colors. I think I used one of these for a cluster. Yeah. And actually what I did was I cut off the white border and just used that purple. There, it goes that way. So yeah, as you can tell, I really like color. I like using color. This one I also made a cluster out of. It's from the game Family Feud Strikeout, and it's double-sided. It's got questions on both sides. And you know, you can use that as ephemera, just like game ephemera, or you can use it like this to make other decorations. So either way, I think it's fun. Here is a round playing card. It is a regular playing card, but it's got a really nice design on the back. And I made a couple of clusters with those. So yeah, those are really fun. Nice rich color. Then we have a Rook Deck, which is a little bit different than a regular deck. It looks vintage to me on this side and contemporary on this side, so I don't know. But there it is. This is definitely contemporary. It was unused, I think. It was from a card deck called Weird Things Humans Search For, and it's, as you might guess, Google searches. Why do hipsters? And it's got 10 different answers that you can get points for, I guess. Okay, so we're getting quite a pile here. We have a few more left. Oh, this was a cluster I made with one of those vintage Jane Worcester Scott type illustration cards. Okay, then we've got, this one is from a games room, what is it called? I'll find it here. I've got a list next to me. Games room Sing It Back music quiz. So it's got this nice geometric design on this side, and I like it because it's this long shape. So it's got two different lines of lyrics on this side, and I guess you're supposed to come up with the next line in the lyrics, and then you get extra points for guessing the song or the artist. So like this one has, each day I live I want to be, and then you're supposed to guess, a day to give the best of me, and it's Whitney Houston singing One Moment in Time. And then this one is first when there's nothing, and you have to guess but a slow glowing dream, and that is Flashdance by Irene Cara. That should bring back some memories. I know it does for me. So I'm pretty sure that one is vintage. It looks unused, but the questions seem vintage to me. They're music from the 80s. At least one of them is. I'm not real up on my music, so you can guess on that one whether it's vintage or not. This one is definitely vintage. This is from the game Password. And so I've got 3 cards in here, and you can see the passwords are hidden, and then you put them in the little decoder thing with the red cellophane or red whatever, and it shows the answer. Now I only have 6 of these things, so I'll put in the listing, you know, whether it comes with a decoder or not. If it does, then you get 3 cards. If it doesn't, then I give you 6 cards. So there you go. But yeah, those are, I think, are a really fun ephemera piece. Then we've got this, the biggest piece, which is from the vocabulary flashcard for the naturalization test. So it's like for, you know, flashcards for learning the stuff you need for becoming a citizen for that test. So that's that. And all together, this is a lot of pieces, right? I counted it, and you get either, if you get the decoder, then you have 40 pieces total. If you don't, then if you don't get the decoder, you get a couple more cards, so then you have 42 pieces. And like I said, I only have 6 of the decoders, but I have tons of those cards, so that's why I put more cards in the packs that don't have the decoder. So I will have these in my Etsy shop. I'll put a link in the description below, and what was I gonna say? Yeah, I guess that's about it. So hopefully you will find these interesting and useful, and go check them out. Thanks. Bye. Hey guys. So I wanted to jump on here for a minute and show you my new item in my Etsy store, and this is, as promised, a pack of playing cards from kids card games. So I'll just kind of go through and show you what I've got. This first one, I don't know if it's really a kids card game, but it's like oversized playing cards, and they're just, you know, traditional back and design on front and back. So get one of those. Then we've got Sir Topham Hatt, which is of course from Thomas and Friends, Thomas the Tank Engine. What else? This one is from a game called Snap, which I don't know how to play, but it's got super cute cards. The front and the back are really cute. It's got all kinds of different animals and a little saying about them on each one, and then this fun bright colored plaid on the back. Then we've got some money flashcards. I don't know what the ball of yarn is doing there. That's odd. Okay, so yeah, front and back, same problem, same math problem. This one is time. You've got your digital time and your analog. Got a couple more of those from a different publisher. We've got the Hello Kitty money problem. That one's pretty easy. Then this one is some cute animals doing addition problems, and the answer is down here, although I'm not sure why you need an answer. Hopefully an adult who's helping you knows what 8 plus 0 is, but whatever. Addition cards, cute animals. Let's see. This one is Old Maid. I thought this side was especially cute. And that's from 2016. Oh yeah, some of these are vintage and a lot of them are not. And some of them I can't really tell. But obviously this one, 2016, it's not that old. So cute kids on one side doing different activities, and that's on the backs. Let's see, where should we go next? How about Frozen? Give you 2 of those cards. They all have different pictures from the movie, so I picked out, you know, 2 different pictures for each set, so you'd have some variety there. Oh, and that's the back. Okay, this one is, what is it called? Loco Ochos? Crazy Eights? So it's in Spanish. The numbers have the words spelled out in Spanish. And I gave you 1 number card and then 1 of these pepper cards. There's a bunch of different pepper cards in this deck. So this one has a habanero. Other packs will have like jalapeno, serrano, I forget what other peppers. I'm not a big pepper fan. But anyway, that's what you'll get, a number card and a pepper card from that deck, and that's what the back looks like. And let's see. This is from an old Maid deck, a different Old Maid deck, and I do believe this is vintage 80s. So, and then I have several, oh no, where are they? No, not that one. No, I'm not gonna be able to find them. Okay, several from the same publisher, Cardinal, but it is a different deck. Like this one's Old Maid. This one is, ooh, what is it? It might be Crazy Eights. Don't remember. Anyway, it has numbers on it. This one is War. So it's got medieval knights and other characters and dragons, which is cool. Also from Cardinal, and so I think that is from the 80s too. Another Cardinal set. This one is Go Fish. So it's got illustrations of fishies. And this is a different publisher. This is Hoyle. It's a memory game with different animals, and it will have a picture of the animal, the name of the animal, and the letter it starts with. So those are fun. This one is definitely vintage. It is from an Old Maid deck. I'm kind of hesitant about this deck. It's got some problems, shall we say. There are certain cards I am not putting in these packets, things like Enormous Norma showing an overweight woman illustration. I didn't think that was super nice, so I left that out. I don't know how you guys feel about that. You know, some of this ephemera, of course, it's from a different time, and so some of the pieces you'll find are gonna be offensive now. I mean, the whole premise of Old Maid is kind of sexist if you think about it. But anyway, some of the, I mean, a lot of the illustrations in this deck are cute, like this one, Muscle Mike, and they kind of have this style that reminds me of old Warner Brothers cartoons. So most of the deck is cool. I just have pulled out a few cards that I don't really want to deal with or send out into the world anymore. So I guess, you know, that's my prerogative. Okay, this one is from a game called Buzz Out, and that's what the backs of the cards look like. And it's this game with bees in it, and honey. So you get a number card with bees, and then you get a specialty card, which there's a couple different ones. This one's the honey bear, who's really cute, and it's got this really nice yellow sunshiny color. So that's those. Then we've got two Hello Kitty cards. I love the backs of these, really colorful. And so for this one, kind of similar to some of the other decks, I give you a number card and then a more specialty card, in this case a card that has a picture of Hello Kitty on it. So that's those two. This big one is from the game Go Fish, but it is based on Finding Nemo. All the illustrations are of different characters from that movie, Finding Nemo. So really fun colors. I love this on the back. And we've got a couple left here. This one is the smallest card. It's kind of smaller than a regular playing card. And it is from the Crazy Eights deck. So it's got this bright red on the back with the purple monster. And then different cards have monsters. Some of them are friendly, some of them are not so friendly, but I mean, they're not scary. They're just like that guy. This one has a pirate flag. So yeah, one of those. And then you get, last but not least, 3 cards from the game Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, which I think that was the 90s, right? If I'm remembering right, late 80s, early 90s. So I never played this game, but I know it was super popular. It probably brings back some memories for a lot of you. So I just have like 2 of these question cards with multiple choice. It's red on one side, green on the other. I don't know what the difference is. If somebody knows, you can tell me. And then again, you've got red on this side and green on that side. So 2 of the question cards, 1 of these other cards. There were only a few of these, I think. Well, there must have been at least 10, because I did 10 of these packets. So that is all the cards. It's 27 total cards. And then I made these lovely little envelopes to put them in. And they are made out of pages from an oversized Richard Scarry book. So I just thought that would be really fun. and they fit nicely in there too. So you can either, you know, keep your cards in that or take out your cards and use the envelope for something else. That's up to you. Of course, this will be in another, you know, like bubble wrap mailing envelope. I'm not just gonna slap an address on that. I don't think it would survive the mail. So that is about it. I'm just sitting here making more envelopes, and then I will, by the time you see this, they will be listed in my Etsy shop. And in fact, I'll put a link below in the description so you can find it easily. So that is it for now. Just wanted to show you my new Etsy item, the children's game card packs. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.